What happens when we forget history? We are doomed to repeat it. My name is Anthony, and this is Day 2 of Banned Books Week. Welcome to the Book Fair Podcast. The Devil's Arithmetic by Jane Yolen is a middle-grade historical fiction novel that follows a 13-year-old Jewish girl who is sent back in time and lives through the Holocaust. Hannah Stern's opening line of the book, "I'm tired of remembering," shows a child's impatience for traditions. As she visits with her family for Passover Seder, she recounts family members following and sharing Jewish traditions that are all about remembering the history of their people. Hannah, as a young girl, lacks perspective to show respect or reverence for the struggles of Jewish people and what they have faced throughout history, including her grandfather, brandishing the familiar tattoo of a prisoner in a concentration camp. The story takes a sudden turn as Hannah is transported to 1942 Poland, where she is not Hannah, but Haya, the person for whom she was apparently named. Hannah finds herself living out the life of a young girl in a small village near the border of Germany, with her parents, or Haya's parents, recently passing away, and her going to go live with family. It is a time of celebration, with her uncle Shmuel getting married. Hannah shares stories with girls in the small village. However, it is all short-lived when Nazis arrive and take the entire village's population away, first in cramped trucks, then on a train to a concentration camp that resembles Auschwitz. Hannah remembers her past life, but as the days go by, she loses those memories, only knowing the life of a Jewish person in a German work camp. The dread, the despair, the death, it all weighs on the reader. Seeing characters disappearing, being selected for processing by the guards, where the prisoners disappear into a tall building, and the smoke rising above the camp. It is a story of survival, where children hide in the midden, or something like a garbage dump, on the grounds of the camp. As a part of their survival, to avoid soiling their clothes, children strip naked and climb among the trash and spoiled food when guards come to select victims for processing. The children hid, guards turned a blind eye to the midden. It was an unspoken agreement. And as Hannah helps other small children hide, an infant crawls toward the garbage pile. A young boy trips and scrapes his knee, unable to hide when a high-ranking officer patrols the camp. He asks Hannah if she is the boy's sister and where his mother is. She says that she is not, and that the boy says her mother died months ago. A child should be with her parent, and in this spirit the guard takes the boy away with him. This is the moment that broke me as I read this book. The Devil's Arithmetic is a sinister thing, counting people as they come and go. When the camp is full, as new arrivals appeared on trains, weak, sick, or disruptive prisoners were processed out, burning in the furnaces and becoming the smoke that rises above the camp. People arrive, and others are taken from the top of the pile. This was the Devil's Arithmetic the book is named for. In the end, Hannah, or Haya, ends up sacrificing herself for another girl in the camp. The young girl is spared and is able to escape, and this is the aunt who named Hannah, after the dear friend who saved her life. Through this experience, Hannah gains perspective, understanding how important the traditions of her faith are, that Jewish people will survive the hardest times, and Hannah gets to live, remembering, always remembering. So why is the Devil's Arithmetic banned? You're going to hate this. As important as the historical significance is, showing the atrocities that happened in Germany during World War II, one of the things that happened to prisoners, Jewish or not, is being stripped naked and forced into communal showers. A single reference to Hannah covering her breasts, and apparently the depiction of nudity is enough to remove the Devil's Arithmetic from schools. Should it be banned? Absolutely not. Hannah, as an analog for the reader, expresses frustration with remembering the past. We all learned about the Holocaust and how 6 million Jewish people died, along with millions of others from other minority groups and political prisoners. But nothing prepares you for reading a first-hand account of the conditions. In an author's note, Jane Yolen explains that only the characters were fictional. Separating families, tattoos, even the midden where children hid from the guards, were all very real things that came from survivors. People who forget history are doomed to repeat it. In America, we have masked agents arresting and profiling immigrants. Alligator Alcatraz is a detention center in Florida for immigrants, and it is a concentration camp. A story came out revealing that 2/3 of the detainees have gone missing. Just vanished. We can't forget our history. Never again is now. I'll be back tomorrow to talk about another banned book, and if you want to discuss any banned books or share your thoughts, please add them to the comments. I'm Anthony. This has been the Book Fair Podcast. Thank you.